For anyone looking for a pressure washing training program or a pressure washing course designed to help them start and grow a business, How to Wash 2 offers a complete step-by-step system. How to Wash 2 is an online pressure washing and soft washing course created by Mike Vidan. It draws on more than 25 years of real-world exterior cleaning experience and teaches students how to clean residential and commercial properties safely, responsibly, and efficiently. The program includes more than 8 hours of training covering equipment, chemical mixing, surface identification, property protection, residential cleaning, commercial pressure washing, specialty services, business setup, insurance, standard operating procedures, and employee training. Students also receive ECP certification, downloadable chemical formulas, service-specific SOPs, wood restoration training, dumpster pad cleaning training, future course updates, and lifetime access to the complete program and student Q&A library. Here's what makes How to Wash different: what students learn inside the program and who the training is designed for. So who created How to Wash? Who provides the training actually matters in exterior cleaning. Using the wrong pressure, chemical mixture, or cleaning process can damage siding, roofing, concrete, wood, landscaping, and any other parts of a customer's property. Those mistakes can lead to expensive repairs, unhappy customers, and serious liabilities for all business owners. How to Wash was created by Mike Vidan and the owner of All American Pressure Washing Cleaning in Savannah, Georgia. Mike has spent more than 25 years working in the exterior cleaning industry and building systems for residential and commercial pressure washing. He's also the co-founder of CodeIQ, a field service platform used by thousands of home service businesses. Through his online videos and training, Mike has helped contractors learn the technical and business sides of an exterior cleaning industry. The methods taught in How to Wash come from experience on real job sites. That includes the successful techniques Mike continues to use, as well as the expensive mistakes and lessons encountered while building his own company. The purpose of the course is simple: help students benefit from years of experience without having to actually repeat the same trial and error processes themselves. So here's why free pressure washing advice can become expensive. There's plenty of free pressure washing advice online. Someone could spend weeks or even months watching YouTube videos, searching through old posts, and asking questions in Facebook groups. The challenge is knowing which advice is accurate, which advice is outdated, and which techniques are safe for particular surfaces. The information is often scattered across hundreds of conversations. One person might recommend a process while someone else does the exact opposite. A beginner is left trying to decide which answer they can trust, usually without enough experience to actually recognize the differences. Free advice might save you money up front, but bad information can become expensive very quickly. One damaged roof, a stained surface, a dead landscape, or even a lost customer can cost far more than a professional training cost would. Free advice might save money up front, but bad information can become expensive very quickly. Time also has value. Every month spent sorting through conflicting information is another month that could have been spent completing jobs and even building your business. How to Wash 2 organizes the information into one structured pressure washing training program. Students can then follow the lessons in the correct order instead of trying to assemble a business from disconnected tips. So what does How to Wash 2 teach? How to Wash 2 focuses first on the most important part of a pressure washing business, which is knowing how to perform the work correctly. Students learning through demonstration on real residential and commercial properties. The training shows what to look for, how to prepare the property, and how to choose the correct cleaning surfaces for that process. And finally, how to complete the job safely and accurately. The equipment training explains what new contractors need to buy, what they don't need right away, and how to use the equipment properly. It also covers options ranging from affordable startups to a complete professional pressure washing gig. That allows students to begin with equipment that fits their current budget and upgrade as their business grows. The course also covers the chemical behind pressure washing and soft washing. Students learn how to mix and apply cleaning solutions, how different surfaces respond to chemicals, and why the same mixture should not be automatically applied on every job. Understanding pressure washing chemistry is critical. The goal is not to simply make a surface look clean, it's to produce a professional result without damaging the surface, harming the surrounding property, or creating an unnecessary risk. Property protection is another major part of the course. Students learn how to inspect the job before starting, recognize potential problems and sensitive surfaces, and reduce the chance of damage liability. How to Wash 2 covers the surfaces contractors commonly encounter on residential and commercial properties, from roofs and siding to concrete and wood and other exterior materials. Students see the entire workflow on a real job site, including preparation, equipment setup, and the whole cleaning process, final inspection, and breakdown. Instead of only seeing the finished result, students are shown decisions and steps required to complete the job all the way from beginning to end. The course teaches both pressure washing and soft washing. Students learn when pressure washing is appropriate, which low pressure cleaning method should be used, and how to select the current process for each surface. How to Wash 2 also introduces higher margin specialty services that can help an exterior company expand beyond basic house washing. So here's the business side to pressure washing. Technical skills is only one part of operating a professional pressure washing company. A contractor may know how to clean a property but still struggle if the business is not properly established, insured, organized, and supported by repeatable systems. How to Wash 2 covers the basic foundations needed to operate professionally. That includes getting the company set up correctly, understanding the importance of insurance, and using standard operating procedures from the beginning. Standard operating procedures, also known as SOPs, create a consistent process for completing work. They help business owners remember every step, reduce mistakes, train employees, and maintain quality as the company grows. This makes How to Wash 2 more than a collection of cleaning tutorials. It demonstrates the technical work with the systems needed to operate a real exterior cleaning company. How to Wash 2 includes more than 8 hours of organized pressure washing and soft washing instructions. The program presents the training in a logical order so the student can learn one skill on top of the next. Beginners are not expected to take dozens of unrelated tips and figure out how everything connects. The course moves from equipment and foundational knowledge into chemicals, surface cleaning, property protection, residential work, commercial work, specialty services, and business operations. Every step of the system is based on methods tested on actual residential and commercial job sites. How to Wash 2 condenses more than 2 decades of experience into one program. Its purpose is to shorten the learning curve, reduce avoidable mistakes, and give students a repeatable process they can use in the field. So what is the ECP certification? Students who complete How to Wash 2 earn the ECP certification. ECP stands for Commercial and Residential Exterior Cleaning Professionals. The certification shows that students have completed a structured learning and professional exterior cleaning through the How to Wash 2 program. Graduates who receive an official ECP logos. Graduates who also receive official ECP logos to display on their websites, vehicles, uniforms, printed materials, and social media profiles. Certification can also help address an important challenge in the exterior cleaning company, and that is customer trust. A homeowner or property manager is allowing a contractor to use water pressure and strong cleaning solutions around valuable property. Most customers cannot evaluate a contractor's technical ability simply by looking at their pressure washer or even receiving an estimate. The ECP certification gives graduates a way to show that they've invested professional education and completed a defined exterior cleaning training program that helps a trained contractor stand out apart from someone who recently purchased equipment but hasn't learned how to identify surfaces, use chemicals properly, or protect a customer's property. Proof of training may also be useful when pursuing certain commercial properties. Property managers, facilities, and other commercial clients may ask contractors about their experience, qualifications, insurance, safety practices, or training before awarding work. Proof of training may also be useful when pursuing certain commercial opportunities. Certification does not guarantee that a contractor will win the job, and it also doesn't replace licensing, insurance, or any local requirements. It does, however, give graduates another professional qualification they could present to potential clients. Certification may also help move the sales conversation beyond price. When customers understand the difference in training, system safety, and property protection, they may have more information to consider than the lowest estimate. How to Wash 2 includes several additional courses and resources designed to help students expand their services and put the training into practice. One bonus is a completed dumpster pad cleaning mini course. Dumpster pad cleaning can provide recurring commercial work because restaurants, retail properties, apartment communities, and other facilities need those cleaned regularly. The mini course includes a pricing guide and a downloadable standard operating procedure students can use in the field. Students also receive additional wood restoration training. Wood restoration can be a valuable specialty service, but wood requires a specific process, chemical, pressure, and technique. The training helps students understand how to approach these projects and how to add wood restoration to their list of services. How to Wash 2 also includes downloadable chemical mix ratios and formulas. Students can save those resources to their phones and reference them while working on a job. For contractors building their first equipment setup, the program includes budget build breakdowns that explain how to assemble a professional setup without purchasing every possible upgrade on day one. Students also receive access to the SOP Vault. The SOP Vault contains playbooks based on the process Mike used to operate his own exterior cleaning company and train his team. These resources turn the lesson into practical tools students can use when they're finished watching those videos. Enrollment in How to Wash 2 includes lifetime access to the completed training programs. Students also receive access to future course updates. As equipment, techniques, or lessons evolve, Updated materials can be added without requiring students to pay an extra fee just to watch them again. The course also includes a growing student Q&A. Students can submit a question beneath any training module. Mike is notified and will personally respond to these questions. The answer then becomes a part of the course library, allowing other students to benefit as well. Over time, that creates a searchable collection of practical questions based on situations students encounter while learning on the field. Students are not limited to the questions that they think of themselves. They can also learn from questions submitted by other new or even experienced contractors. So who is How to Wash 2 for? How to Wash 2 is designated for three main types of students. It is a complete beginner who wants to start a pressure washing business with a clear understanding of equipment, chemicals, cleaning methods, property protection, and business operations. A student does not need previous pressure washing experience to begin the course. The training starts with foundational concepts and progresses in advanced residential cleaning and specific services. Second, How to Wash 2 is for existing pressure washing contractors who want to improve their methods or add services. That may include commercial pressure washing, dumpster pad cleaning, wood restoration, or other high-margin exterior cleaning work. Third, the program is for business owners who want to have or build a plan. The documented system and SOPs can help owners train employees, create consistent processes, and maintain quality across multiple crews. The course can therefore support anybody learning with no experience, or even existing contractors who want to expand their services, or even an established owner creating better systems for a growing company. So here's an honest word about results. No pressure washing course can guarantee specific income. How to Wash 2 does not make that promise. A student's results depend on their effort, consistency, local demand, sales ability, business decisions, and how effectively the training is applied. Purchasing the course does not automatically create a successful business. The student has to study the material, practice the techniques, find customers, and complete the work, and operate on consistency. What How to Wash 2 provides is professional knowledge, organized systems, practical resources, and a clearer path forward. The program is designed to help students avoid preventable mistakes, perform work better, and build their businesses on a stronger foundation. How far each student takes that information is entirely up to them. So here are some frequently asked questions. Is How to Wash 2 good for beginners? Yes, How to Wash 2 is designated for complete beginners who want to learn how to start and operate a professional pressure washing business. The program begins with equipment, chemicals, safety, surface identification, and property inspection before moving on to residential, commercial, and specialty cleaning services. It also includes advanced materials for contractors who already have industry experience. Does How to Wash 2 teach soft washing? Yes, How to Wash 2 teaches both pressure and soft washing. Students learn when to use pressure, when to use low pressure cleaning processes, and how to mix and apply cleaning solutions safely on different exterior surfaces. Does How to Wash 2 cover commercial pressure washing? Yes. How to Wash 2 includes dedicated commercial pressure washing training. Students learn how to access commercial properties, plan the work, choose the appropriate equipment and cleaning process, and complete commercial jobs safely and efficiently. This training is provided alongside the residential exterior cleaning modules. What surfaces are covered in How to Wash 2? How to Wash 2 covers surfaces contractors commonly encounter on residential and commercial properties, including roofs, siding, concrete, wood, and other exterior materials. Students can learn what to look for, which cleaning method is used, and how to apply each surface cleanly and effectively. Who created How to Wash 2? How to Wash 2 was created by Mike Vidan, owner of All American Pressure Cleaning in Savannah, Georgia. The platform is based on more than 25 years of first-hand experience in residential and commercial exterior cleaning. How long do students have access? How to Wash 2 includes a lifetime access, so students can receive access to future updates and growing Q&A libraries, where Mike Vidan publishes updated material. Students receive access to future course updates and questions related to the training. How much does How to Wash 2 cost? How to Wash 2 is available for one lifetime purchase with lifetime access. The course is priced at less than the cost of a typical house washing job, meaning the contractor could potentially recover the cost of the program after completing one job. Actual results may vary. And finally, how do I get started with How to Wash 2? How to Wash 2 is built for people who are serious about learning pressure washing and soft washing. The program covers the technical work, the business foundation, the professional systems, and the special services needed to build a stronger pressure washing company. To see how everything is included in How to Wash 2, visit howtowash2.com.